Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to Age of Wonders 3. I think I've been playing this game wrong. I've been a little bit too non-aggressive at some points, and I think that's mainly because I play a lot of Civ and I do try and go for passive victories. That said, we actually completely steamrolled the first AI opponent that we met in the very early turns of the game who owned this city up here. I mean, he didn't really stand a chance. We already own nearly half the map. The second AI opponent, our direct neighbour, has just been a colossal pain in the arse for the last, I don't know what turn we're even on. Yes, turn 68, and so a good, I don't know, 40 turns or so he's been getting on my nerves. This is probably the perfect opportunity to steamroll over him, and I probably should do that. Just to get rid of him, which is only going to leave us with one AI opponent, which does seem a little bit like that may be sort of too easy for us then, but I don't know, I guess you can't really play this game in such a way that you're sort of wasting time just building stuff. As a couple of viewers have commented, and rightly so, the whole purpose of building anything in this game is literally to just support your armies. The game is about the fight, not about the build, and that's certainly something that we should be concentrating on, so that is what I'll do. I'm still going to go around and try and pick up as many of these neutral cities as possible. Wipe out all these camps where I can as well. Can I actually cast a spell here? Do we have... Yeah, we have full casting points, so I guess what we could do... we could summon an eldritch animal and actually drop it here and just make this unit up to a full... well, that's quite nice. We've got a bleak warg. It's only tier 2. But we're making that much mana per turn. We might as well use some of it to maintain some summoned creatures. So let's get on to the next turn. Obviously there's going to be units and stuff moving around because we're on simultaneous turns. But nothing fantastical has happened. Just trying to keep my eye on the map, see if anything is going on that we need to be concerned about. Think we are good for the time being. You can just stay there, but we will... what do we need to go on to? I think we'll just concentrate on getting the merchandise. So let's just put that on infinity. We don't really need to build that. You don't need to have every building at every city, though. That's the issue, so... let's go and clear this watchtower out first, because it's a very likely victory, and it means that we can start the game with a nice bit of easy combat. Get this guy another rank or two, because he's probably our newest hero. So, Independents have got crossbowmen. Well, they're not crossbowmen, but they do have crossbows. A couple of long swordsmen. What are they? Civic Guards, yeah, they do have crossbows, so let's use our archers. We're out of range there. Ranged penalty, so if we were here we'd get 3 shots minus 50%, or we could get 2 shots as 100%, let's get as close as we can. For archers, they really do have to be very, very close to make those hits count. Wasn't enough to wipe them out, but we can probably do that with our... okay, let's get a bit closer. Do that with our priests. There we go, that's one unit wiped out. Now, we've actually got these Archon Revenant Archers. Now, they're very unhappy. This is the problem. They've got the worst morale. And that's because they're unhappy with my leader's alignment. Now, this is one of the issues that you do have with this sort of happiness system, is these guys are evil. And I've been playing good. So they're really, really not happy at all. Affects the chance of critical strikes and fumbles. Very unhappy and may desert. So we do have to take that into consideration. That being said, if that's going to be the issue, then I might as well almost use them as sacrificial pawns here. They did manage to get bleeding onto these guys. I think it's a little bit stupid when you actually get them through someone joining your empire. The fact that they have a negative morale balance. Now, this is one of the things that they did actually fix in the latest patch, which was with summoned creatures, because sometimes it was possible to summon a creature that had the wrong alignment and you'd instantly get a penalty. And in the previous patch, they actually changed it so that if you summon a creature, its alignment is automatically removed. Okay, let us move forward 1 hex and hit you with ranged. Is it worth sending these guys in? Let's do that, actually. We'll do a fair bit of damage to them. We'll take some retaliation, not the end of the world. Let's end the turn there. So yeah, I think like with the... because the undead unit we got given to us as part of a reward, and I certainly think that it shouldn't have the penalty that it does, which is a bit of a shame, but... Okay, now the archers are going to be engaged there, so they can't do an awful lot. So we're going to move up our crossbowmen. Let's get them to there. Still taking a line of sight penalty, sadly, but they do some damage. Only got one shot. You're still engaged. Let's run around and just attack with you directly. I know we'll take some damage here, but we'll do a lot of damage in the process. And we'll just get you to fight in melee. It should be enough to kill them. Brilliant. Okay, well, that's the watchtower cleared. No units lost. A little bit of damage. Absolutely fine with that. No problem at all. I'm not too bothered about clearing all these little camps and things out at the moment. I would like to. But ideally, we're just going to go and get the cities and things. So this undead place, it's still actually... yeah, they're pure evil, which is why they're not happy with me at all, you know. We could get them to join the Empire for 960 gold. I can't afford it yet anyway, and I'm not sure how worth it would be, given the fact that they could just constantly desert, so... not too sure about that one. We might leave them for a while. Let's move you forward another hex, and then you can sit there. Okay, so we have our hero units. What are we going to do with you guys? Are we going to try and clear anything out, or are we just going to go and try and attack our opponent? We probably should be doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you forward onto this bridge. Obviously our dragon's still guarding the area here, so that's fine. Right, you can't go any further, you're going to stay there. Do we get you guys to attack? Let's have a look forwards. Okay, what have we got here? We have two different stacks, although this one is relatively weak. You have 2 leaders here, including your main leader. Could we take you with what we have here? I'm thinking we probably could. So we're going to try. It says we're closely matched. We've got full casting ability here. Now the downside that we do have, of course, is that they are behind the walls and their leaders here. Our leader isn't. Which means he's going to get a lot more opportunity to cast his most devastating spells. And they're probably very unlikely to want to come out from behind the wall, which is another issue. But we're certainly going to see what we can do. Let's have a look at our spells and see if there's anything we can use to start with. I don't think we've really got anything that persists over lots and lots of turns, which would be really nice. Summons the ancestral spirits of nature to assist in the fight until the end of combat. Does that mean that they keep coming back if they die? Who knows? What else do we have? What do you have? Blessing of health. All friendly units gain plus 10 health until the end of combat. That could be useful. You've got flashbang. Overload. So how much will that cost us? Blessing of health is 20. Yeah, we've certainly got... We'll pop your blessing of health, which will give everybody an additional 10 health. Yeah, all friendly units gain 10 health until the end of combat. We don't have any undead or machines here, so that's not too much of a problem. So, let's just end the turn there, see what they do. I'd like to call his bluff if I can. If he wants to fire off all of his abilities first... Not sure what that was that he just cast, but I don't think I like it. I think it was a dispel, actually. I think what he's tried to do there is just dispel my my heal. My extra life, which is fine if he wants to do that. So let us try using our... Right, should we use that? Forces the roots that run deep down in the earth to the surface, impeding all units moving by land. All walking units on the battlefield have their movement radius halved. Now that says all walking units. Does that include mine as well? How much damage could we do with Yeah, there's a lot of blight protection here, which is a bit of a pain. We do very, very little damage to most of these units. Okay, what else have we got? There must be a better option. We could just go on for fireballs and just try and fireball their leader to death. He has fire protection, doesn't he? So what about the root spears? Do some damage to him. Not an awful lot. Be nice if we could kill him off. Not sure how much he's able to cast. See, he's buffing his units. Yeah, and now they're just going to come and heal him, so there's no point in me doing that. Okay, there's got to be a better plan. Let us try that Hornet Swarm, actually. Yes, I know that they all have Blight Protection, but on... Oh, we're going to get 4 there, 4... Yeah, we're only going to sort of hit 4. I know they all have Blight Protection, but it's going to damage several units, which makes it a little bit harder for them to heal up from it. So let's see what he does. I think we can actually check how many casting points he actually has left if we click here. Yeah, he's down to 26 of 70. So he's nearly used all of his casting points. I don't know about his other leader. Yeah, she hasn't used any yet. And what is she? She's a warlord. Are they both warlords? They're both warlords, aren't they? Yeah, so they don't have an awful... They'll probably have pretty similar spells between them. So let us go for... Because we're struggling a little bit here now. Now, you can't cast another spell. You're completely burnt out. What could we do? You're pretty useless at this point. So what we are going to have to do is start moving some units forward. I don't want to move units forward to the point where they're going to be able to come out and cause me a lot of problems. But I'd like to move enough units forward enough for them to think... For the AI to think that I'm on the attack and actually press out from behind his walls. Because if I can get him to come closer, then I can get him to come into a position where I can actually start to do him some damage. So you can wait there. You guys can move forwards very slightly. Unicorn Riders, let's just nudge you up. In fact, you guys can come up to here. I think you'll be okay. We can always teleport you to be behind the enemy lines if we need to. More hunters. Let's start getting you guys forwards, because the hunters are going to have an awful lot of range, actually. Let's get you here behind this hedge. See what we can do with you later on. Let's move you forwards. And let's move our other leader forwards. I'm just trying to bait the AI out from behind the walls at the moment. So let's see what he's going to do. He could try casting a spell on me, and he has done. And I think I know what that was as well. Well, it certainly had the desired effect. They are moving forwards, so it does give us a better position to attack. Now, what was it that he actually cast? And who was it cast on? I thought it was the ability that the Warlord has that makes a unit attack friendly units, but it doesn't appear to have, unless it hit a different unit that I can't quite work out at the moment. Okay, so let us start moving up with our people who can range. Although, unfortunately, there are a lot of units that are out of range. So let's take a double shot at you. Yes, you have a ranged penalty, but you also have quite a significant ranged strength. You guys are in a fairly similar position, but we're going to move you around on this side. No, you're still too far away, aren't you? Oh, no, you can hit from there. You can just about hit. We do take another line of sight penalty, but we'll do damage where we can. I don't want anybody else to particularly get hurt. Is it possible for us at any point to get our unicorns up on... Well, we know it is, actually. So let's get our unicorns up here. Now, the reason I want to do that is because it'll no doubt bring some of their units over in this direction. So we're going to try and bait them over. I think I'm actually going to have the other... Oh, wrong button. I wanted to have the other unicorn riders over on that side as well. Let's see what he does, though. He's got to be relatively... It looks like I resisted the ability again there. So he's got to be relatively low on casting points here. Taking quite a bit of damage, which I prefer not to do, but... Yeah, exactly as I expected. They're going to send units up towards my... unicorns. I thought you were coming out of the gate, but apparently not. Okay, it's not over yet. Right, you've taken quite a bit of damage, but I think what you're going to do is you're definitely going to have the triple shot at these guys. If I actually right-clicked instead of left-clicking. So, have the triple shot. You don't get the kill, sadly. You guys do the same thing. I think that must mean it's a kill. Oh, not quite, but they have got bleeding, so they will die. Priest likes. Do we have any priest likes here? They're forge priests. You're miles away and you don't have a heal. Not to worry. Let's start moving forwards with our shaman. I think these guys can probably take another hit and be fine, so I'm not too worried about them at this point. We will take a range shot at these guys though, because we might get the kill if we're lucky. No. Okay, fair enough. What I would like to do is teleport these unicorns up here. And that makes them turn because... No, we took a lot of damage there. Wow, these guys have a lot of health. We are doing no damage to them at all, are we? Wow. Okay, these guys I'm not aware of. Strong will. The unit is immune to mind control effects and has 100%... Oh, holy protection. Pikes grades additional 3 against flying and mounted units. Susceptible to armor piercing. So, that was a bit of a tactical error, trying to use these guys to fight against them. What have I got? Do I have anything at all that I could use on them? Okay, well, let's see if it works. Resisted, but it did some damage. Not as much as I would have liked. Right, nobody else is really in a position to do anything else. We are still taking hits from the guy up there. So let's move a little bit closer. Start firing at him with the Storm Sisters if we can. He is hitting us with his crossbow, but he's doing very little damage, so I'm not too worried about the damage that he's doing. You should be able to hit from there, surely. Oh, it can't be affected because it's fire, of course. Okay, what's this you've got? Oh, it's Dispel Magic. I guess that could be useful, actually. There's quite a few units that do have buffs. I should save the priest for that. Let's move our hero units forward a little. In fact, can you get a shot on him? Yeah, well, you got a penalty, but a hit's a hit. Okay, let us put everyone else on guard. I think we resisted again there, which is probably good. See, this is the thing now. He's probably going to have run out of casting points, unless the AI is cheating in some way, which wouldn't surprise me. Not too sure that those unicorns are going to last much longer. I might have to just try and get them out of there. Okay, you apparently have been panicked. Okay, is it my turn again? Still have some casting points. Can't really do an awful lot with him. What does he have in the terms of casting points available? You've still got 16. And you have 5. So I don't think we're going to be seeing too many spells coming from them now, which is fine by me. Right, you've got a ranged penalty and a line of sight penalty. If we move you forwards, will we get rid of the ranged penalty? No. So should we move you forwards once more? We probably shouldn't, but we're going to. If we can kill their leader, it'll be a bigger morale boost to us. Okay, what do you get there? You've got a ranged penalty as well. 2 shots without the ranged penalty is better than 3 shots with it, so... Didn't quite do as much damage as I would have liked. Can we deal with anything here behind the wall? Probably not. Actually, we can actually hit these Forge Priests. So let's go ahead and do that. Problem is, I don't really have any way of getting behind the walls, so we are in a bit of a situation at the moment. Let's try and get rid of you. Remove their ability to heal, if at all possible. Okay, let's have a triple shot against you. Now, you guys are in trouble. Mainly because you can't do any real damage against these guys. I get a feeling we're going to lose both the unicorns here. Oh, actually, we did a lot more damage there than I did last time. Pretty much lost the unicorns as well. How are they still able to retaliate? They've lost a lot of health, though. I know I'm losing the unicorns here, but... it's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, let's start moving some of our units forwards. It'll give them a bit more of a target-rich environment, and then some of these guys that are on the wall may decide to go for these units instead of my ranged units, because I do want to try and keep my ranged units alive if possible. So the more things I give them to shoot at, the better as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully we won't be seeing too much in the way of spell casting from the leaders now, because I don't think they have an awful lot left. Right, that was quite nasty. I don't want to lose that unit, but there isn't an awful lot I can do about it. I've also got a hero unit here that's getting into a little bit of trouble. Wow. Make that a lot of trouble. But they are now bringing units out of the gate, and you just did that to finish off those ranged units, didn't you? Oh, brilliant. And my other heroes actually completely left the battlefield. Well, that was nice. Okay, we need you to survive. Pure and simple. So you are just going to get over here and get out of the way. Can't risk anything else. You need to kill this guy off as quick as possible. Okay, brilliant. That's their leader down. So that is a good start. That, as far as I'm concerned, is good for us. You can be affected by these guys. We do have a line of sight penalty and a ranged penalty, but I'm going to take the hits anyway. Because any damage against you is better than none, and you get triple shots, so we'd like to be able to wipe you out. Okay, so, yeah, lost a unit or two, unfortunately. You are going to take a triple shot against these guys. Actually, I should have took the triple shot against that guy, because that was my only ranged. Actually, no, you can do that. You take out this annoying guy on the wall. You guys... charge in and hopefully take these out if you can. You didn't quite get them, but you guys will. Okay, that's good. That's not a bad position to be in. These guys... target has first strike, so it's pointless me trying to attack with my unicorn, but there's nothing else really that my unicorn can do here. If I try and move away from them, they're going to have a strike of opportunity. No, they've got the back to me, so they won't get strike of opportunity. So I could run over here and get one sneak attack on those guys. I knew I was going to lose the unicorn, but that was going to happen one way or another anyway. You could cast a spell, potentially, if you had any casting ability left, which you do not. There's no undead here. You don't have any heals. Dwarven Prospectors, is there any point doing anything at all with you? Well, you might as well have one shot. Range penalty and a line of sight penalty. Okay, well, you only get one shot anyway, so let's get you as close as possible. Although we get an even bigger line of sight penalty there, which doesn't help. Was flanking. So, let's call that end turn. Remember, they don't have their main leader now, and they've brought their other leader out. Mainly to pick on our ranged units, which is a little bit of a shame. Okay, this is good. This is good. They've lost their main leader, and they're now bringing their units out from behind the walls. This is very good for us indeed. So you have a ranged penalty. If you move there, you're going to have a line of sight penalty. Oh no, apparently you don't. Okay, fine. Triple shot then. You guys are pretty expendable, so you can just run in and attack in melee. Oh no, you're just going to throw stones. Fine, whatever, it worked. You guys move up. Ranged units. How close do you need to be? Line of sight penalty, but we could potentially solve that by just moving you out of the way. So, triple shot. Not an awful lot of damage there. Ranged penalty. Can we get you a little bit closer? Still got the ranged penalty, but we'll take it from there anyway. Don't want to get too close. We'll have the 3 shots. Very tough and stubborn units, those. I think they're the only 2 units the AI actually has left in this instance. So let us charge in with our Boar Riders. It's a little bit suicidal because Firstborn are very, very powerful, but do as much damage to them as possible. Use up all of their retaliation. Forge Priest can't do an awful lot. You probably should just stay out of the way. But we're not going to, are we? We are going to move up over here and you're going to... Right, I just don't want to lose hero units, that's all. Any other unit is replaceable, really. Right, you're moving around behind the walls, which is very, very annoying. Can we finish you guys off? I've put myself in a bit of position here because I've got a line of sight penalty from having those Warg Riders up in front, but we'll certainly do what we can with our Rangers to do as much damage as possible. Okay, you have survived, so let's hit you with you. That should be finished off. Good. Now, we've got a lot of weak units now, but they only have 1 unit left, and I think they are going to try and come out from behind the gate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my leader over here. Now, like I said, I don't want to lose him, and I hope that I don't, but I have a feeling that putting him close to the gate will actually bait the AI to come out of this gate and try and get him. It does seem to be a bit of a thing with the AI. It does like to try and come out and gank things. Okay, so that could be it for us. So let's go with the triple shot on you from the Storm Sisters, which may or may not be enough to kill you. No, you just survived it. So let's take a shot with our Forge Priests. There we go. Is that it? That is battle over. And that should be someone completely eliminated from the game as well. Because we've captured his throne city. I believe that's his throne city. City awaits its fate. Absorb. Yep, it is. There's his icons completely destroyed. So we're going to absorb that city. Absolutely fine. Armies require orders. You guys are literally just going to sit and heal up. Don't have to worry too much about being attacked by him or any of his units now. So we'll get our dragon army to heal up. You just got to camp. No need to do anything else. And I think we're going to have to call that a video, because that was quite a long battle. But it wasn't a battle without its rewards. We have made a lot of extra towns and things now, because obviously we've discovered all of the little towns that he knew about. So we've got a lot of places there that have just shown up on the map, some of which we are at peace with. Let's just get rid of all those notifications, because there's absolutely loads of them. He's lost, he's been defeated, and we've built a few buildings. Got quests available. What do you want us to do? Wow. Hate those things. Hate those watchers. 10 turns, medium difficulty. Will give me a Goblin Marauder. I'm going to accept it. We may get the opportunity to do it. Not sure what units we've got close by. In fact, we've actually got our main army leader close by. Our actual civilization leader. So you could go up there and deal with that. That'll certainly help, and we're going to continue to use this guy over here to go around and clear everything on this side. But again, that will be for another video, because we are out of moves and we are out of time. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying the series, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.